Hey, kids!
All right.
Hey,
Hi.
Johnny Fox. Here we go, the Fox Tales twofer. Uh,
Hey.
uh, who'd have thought you could see a threesome on the internet? But it's news to me. It's got to be a world first, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I can't see you, Katrina. Although I've had to put it on my phone because my computer's not doing what I hoped it
Yeah.
would. So I'm on my phone.
Oh,
I know.
it is terrible, terrible. We shall power through. Because I'm not entirely sure how long I've got you for. We'll try and keep it relatively short and sweet for a change, as much as I can. Kids, this is Ryan of Misery Prize. You may know them from they're fucking everywhere, and rightly so. And Katrina from the very fortunately named Katrina Tia Charles Band. That's an amazing coincidence if ever there was one. Anyway, you may have seen them before right here with me because I'm lucky like that. But lots and lots have happened since. So I'm going to shut the fuck up and you can fight amongst yourselves who wants to go first. And fill in a few gaps for me. What have you been up to?
Well, first off, I'm going to congratulate Katrina for your most recent nuptials. And so, on that note, yeah, congratulations, chicken. You go first. Your news is bigger than mine.
Well, I got married last Tuesday. It was a really good day. We didn't plan anything, and it ended up being a really great, quite busy day, full of loads of stuff that we didn't plan. So it was great. Town was like full of people dressed as butterflies. Spiral City put on a really big do when Peaky's opened, especially, and it was really good, really lovely. And this town hall put a thing on where it looked like the sun rose on the and set on the town hall later on at night, but I didn't manage to get a video because I'd left my bag down at the pub. It was really good, really good. And I got married. It was very good. I'm married to Jonathan.
Fantastic personal news. Professionally, ooh, the album's out very soon.
Yeah, but I've already released all the singles, so it's more of it's like a it's like a completion of the album, I guess. But yes, so 21st of March, launch party at Spiral City, and all 8 singles have been released since last time I spoke to you. I think I'd released 2, maybe.
Yeah.
Last time yeah, so they're all out. I have music out in the world. Woo! Finally.
Doing well as well, mate. Doing well.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been keeping a track. I've been like watching monthly listeners and what have you. I think I had a decent spike recently as well, and it's sticking. So yeah, chuffed for you.
Thank you very much. I don't always believe the spikes, to be honest. I'm always like, have I ended up on a weird playlist somewhere today? But numbers are great. It's nice to see people listening. Some people are really listening to them, so at least I know that that's happening.
Well,
And
the general rule of thumb is if it's Helsinki, yeah, you're on a dodgy playlist.
I don't think I've got much Helsinki, to be honest. I get a lot of Canada, and yeah, different places in England, random countries. But yeah, a lot of Canada recently.
Same.
Yeah, and gigging with Ryan this week on Friday. Woo!
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So yeah, me and Katrina have known each other a long time, through various different lifetimes, different versions of ourselves, and yeah, now I think we both started putting music out, I think you were sooner than myself. I think, Katrina,
No,
and then yeah, no.
I started doing music probably a couple of months before you, but you started putting music out a couple of months after that.
Oh,
You were like straight on it.
oh, and then, yeah. If I make something, I just throw that shit at the wall and see if it sticks.
Yeah,
Um,
oh, good then.
yeah, no. So, but yeah, so bit of solo stuff, and I say we've known each other a long time, but we've been performing I'll say we've been performing for the last 18 months-ish, something like that. And we've always been threatening to share a stage. And we were supposed to do it in January, weren't we? But unforeseen circumstances and Vault 27. But no, it's finally happening on Friday. We will finally share a stage. And yeah, I'm very, very pleased. We're doing it again in April, aren't we?
Yes, with the band in April, so that'll be good.
Yeah.
It'll be a lot better. I'll have proper musicians on the same stage at the same time.
Yeah, you're a proper musician. I'm the all I do is press buttons and scream.
Hey,
Really well. Really well.
Pressing buttons and screaming. That sounds fantastic. I should have done that. Maybe I should have done that. Now I just press buttons and listen to people. But so Misery Prize, yeah. You've got album is out. Album number 1 is out.
Yes.
Yeah? Album number 2 is pretty much.
Album number 2 mixers are finished. We're just waiting for the B-sides. But yeah, no, I'm calling it a second coming, second debut album. The first one were just me and Andy remotely sending each other ideas, vocals, instrumentals, that kind of stuff. And we'd already started putting music out before Jesse joined. And then, yeah, well, because the album had already been mastered, it were ready to be released. We released it as it was. So the first album's drums were electronic. But yeah, so last year it was a lot more about sort of getting to practice and do gigs. We released a couple of singles around the elections, a couple of anti-Tory anthems, as it were. Christmas tune. Rum Father came out last month or month before. That were just a surprise tune that just sort of appeared out of our trip to Javor in Poland. But no, the album itself is pretty much finished. Well, it's all of the tunes on there, bar one, have been. We've had them in as Arsenal for the last 18 months. We've just been trying to get his names out there and really just sort of practice them as best we could. So now as album is called War, Death, Famine, Conquest. It'll be out later in the year. We've got 3 singles planned. First one is about modern dating. We're not really sure on the 2 after that. And then we've got some really good sort of B-sides as well. So, yeah, another 19 more tunes you're going to get from Misery Prize by end of the year.
Fantastic. Not enough. Oh. Get your finger out.
Mate, they're absolutely, honestly, this album, and I've said before, we've absolutely no right to make an album this good. It's fucking brilliant.
I don't doubt it. I do not doubt it. Kids, that's Misery Prize. Get on those socials if you're not already. There it is. There's lots to go at already and lots more to come very, very soon. So if I can ask, so not just gigging, like, gigging, we did some gigs, played some shows. No, international gigging. Right? How the hell did that happen?
It's a bit of a chain reaction. Our tune from the first album, You Chose to Be a Cunt, was picked up by a guy on Facebook, or a girl, I don't know. They put the tune out on Facebook to like 10,000-15,000 followers, and one guy sort of the story resonated because we got banned from Apple for hate speech for You Chose to Be a Cunt. And he sort of, that kind of resonated with him. He shared it with a Polish punk legend from a band called Deserter, a guy called Krzysztof Grabowski. He has a radio show. So he played the song uncensored and dedicated it to the president of the country. Thereafter, a really cool guy called Marcin heard it. He started playing it on his station, and he got in touch and said, this was November 2023. This is genuinely, his album had just come out. He was like, do you want to play our radio station's birthday in Javor in Poland? And we were like, yeah, why not? And, it were never as in Rumfather, it were never meant to happen. We didn't expect it to happen. It would just, we'll do it. And the closer it got, I got passports, we got flights booked, and it would just, so we played like a 2-day event in a castle in Poland, to a few hundred folk, and it for me, it felt like it gave us an idea of what it could become.
Yeah.
Because when in England we're struggling to, if we do ticketed shows, you're struggling to get 10, 20, 30 people involved. And we sort of descended onto this scene in Poland that were like, this is fucking brilliant. And people were asking for photos, they were asking us to sign stuff. And it were like, this, I could get used to this.
What you're saying is we need to play more castles. Your advice
more castles.
to young kids wanting to start their musical careers, play more castles.
More castles. Credit to there are like in towns and cities, Barnsley, the live music scene there, and the community that's there is beautiful and really supportive. But of the music and the live music in general, it were also an eye opener in the, like the small, the music venues trust and all these different small venues that are closing down. Nobody's going out to gigs. They'll spend 600 quid going to see Oasis, but they're not going to spend £6 coming to see 5 bands playing the local, in the local pub.
Yeah.
And what it did was just kind of highlight, it's different gravy overseas. Oh, like I know there's a festival called Left of the Dial in Rotterdam. I'd love to play it, but there's all these different scenes that are so much more supportive, or bigger, or I don't know what it is, but it kind of, I was like, this is, I don't know what's gone wrong in the UK, but they're doing it right elsewhere, and it's kind of gone, well, I think I might try and get in on some of that, because the artists and bands are paid well, they're treated really well, they put us up, they paid us for it, they fed us, they watered us, people just were queuing up to give us booze, and it were, so that was the one takeaway for me was, we've got these really cool intimate pockets of support in our local towns, but as a country, I don't know, live it's on its knees in the UK, and that kind of highlighted that it's not a global situation.
Well, it's some good news, sort of, in its own way.
I suppose I went off on a tangent there, but yeah, we went to Poland. It was nice. It was good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, sausage.
Cabanos.
Fantastic. So actually, this so the new album, this is coming with almost like a multimedia promotion binge, right?
So it's a bit of a concept album based on around the world is fucked. The world is fucked. Let's not make no bones about it. And more recently, the American stuff has kind of put a microscope over it. But so we recorded a load of songs, and it kind of seemed to have a running theme that we just sing about dickheads or dickheads that are causing problems for the world, and so it became a bit of a concept album about just all these dickheads are what are contributing to the impending apocalypse of society, and because in a past life I was a writer, a novelist, it made sense to what I wanted to do was the songs themselves have got a message, but I wanted to add on to that message and connect them almost. When I was writing books, I tried to do things differently, and this has kind of enabled me to do that. In a previous life before the writing, I was a filmmaker, so I've started doing some videos as well. So it's kind of everything that I've done in life up to now. Anything creative is kind of, I'm trying to put everything that I've learned, everything that I've done into this one thing. There's videos, there's stories, There's art. Jeff Honky Collins, I don't know if he's watching it. Jeff Honky Collins is watching this live video. JHC is a fucking brilliant artist, a collage artist that his style is unreal. And he's contributing 15 different individual unique collage artworks that are related to the songs. So there's artworks, there's stories, there's videos, and then there's the songs themselves. You know, I might just be being overly ambitious, and it's the only people who are going to listen to it are us three. But you know, it's if it's still there when I'm dead, then it's all good.
Fantastic. There's just fantastic new music from everybody concerned. Oh, coming out. Katrina, just to confirm, so all the singles from the album are out.
Yes.
Is that the album in its entirety, or is there another track or two on the album we haven't heard?
No, not on this one.
Right.
Got something to show you. So it's backwards, I think. This is the album. So the artwork's been done by a local artist called Chris Collier, and he just sort of sat at the end of the bar and he asked me a few questions and then said, what style do I want the artwork to be in? And I just said, can you Chris Collier it for me? And he did. And so this is this
Pretty.
this is what I want. So somebody said to me, what do you want from music? And I was like, white vinyl and someone to dance on a Sunday barefoot to one of my songs in the kitchen. So like I've like finished now. I'm not going to do anything else. But yes, so the artwork's got a few different things on it. In fact, I can't really go through it all with you, but I might as well showcase this because I absolutely love it. Can you see it very well? So
I can't see it at all.
But if you want to see it, if it's not good enough, you want to see it even better, buy one.
So it's got loads of different things on that mean quite a lot to me, but the main thing is it's sort of this skeleton plant creature is eating pills that are music pills, and it's in a room with a watering can on the outside, but there aren't any doors or windows, so you can't get out. It's got the number 42 backwards and forwards, and it's got a heart with a Fibonacci in it, and a million other things that make me feel special that are on that picture. And the curtains are teal because that's the colour of the soul of the artist, and which is a running theme in his other artwork. In some of the stuff we went to see him exhibit in Barcelona, actually had My Soul is Teal is one of the pictures that he does. Really good. Chris Collier, so yeah, check him out. So that's quite a few local artists that have been involved in this album. So there's the first song that I released, War, that one was John Ledger. That was an existing piece of artwork that he already had. And I saw that and I was sat in my back garden on a really sunny day in Barnsley, just sat in my back garden trying to finish this song. I couldn't find a sound for it, and I was just like scrolling through and I came across this artwork and I saw that picture, The Tide of Society by John, and then I finished the song. I was like, oh yeah, because it really fit with what I was trying to say in that song. So that one worked out. So I was like, I like this local artist thing. It's good to work with people and make them sort of make a different meaning to their art through your art, but sort of still help convey their meaning, hopefully, anyway. But yeah, that was good. So then the other bit of artwork that was worked on by someone else was Andrew Dodd. So he's done a cartoon for Regent, which was the last single that was just released. So the artwork for that is just the still of the video, and the video is not out yet, but I'm hoping to be able to show that at the launch party at Spiral City. So yeah, droned on for a bit about the album, but I'm very excited because look how pretty it is.
Good me.
And Nippers, my old boss at Spiral City, actually, but she does a lot of digital sort of wizardry. Actually put it together for me as well, because there's all sorts of templates and admin stuff in there around it. When it comes to like putting all this stuff together, the amount of times I've changed the resolution of a picture when I put my first single out was unbelievable. Like you had to re-upload it a different shape for Apple, and then or they didn't like it, and this was to a distributor as well. It's a lot of learning from the first single, but now they're all out. I feel ready to do my next album, which is actually being started. So we've got a new set. The album have got a new the band have got a new set that we've been working on. So basically, a lot of songs that I've been peddling up and down for a couple of years now, like to anyone who'll listen to them, the band have started to take a few at a time, and they sound completely different. It's not the same song. I've even changed lyrics to fit the song. The other ago, we're in practice, and I was like, "Yeah, no, I'll take that line out." And I remember like sort of feeling a bit of a collective gasp when I was like, "No, yeah, no, I'll take a line out." But I don't usually. All my songs are lyric driven, so I'm not a massive musician. I'm not as skilled as I'd like to be. Otherwise, my songs would sound wildly different to each other. But I do try and put a few different styles of song onto this album and on the next one. But they're a lot funkier on the one that's coming up as well. So I don't
Have you got some slap bass on there?
is what?
Got some slap bass on there?
I mean, no, not yet, but let it
Just
do
tell
now. But yeah, it's exciting times. It's good to work with a band, to be honest.
It's all very exciting, and you both have every right to be excited. You've got to. It's something that's taken me. I mean, I'm still working on it, but taken me far too long to realize that bit of ego, where like as Ryan said earlier, when he knows, and as Katrina, as you know, these albums are very, very fucking good, and you know that, and it's all right to admit that, embrace that, and say that, and fucking tell everyone whether they want to hear or not, because it is, and it's okay. It can be a fine line between confidence and arrogance, I know, but walking that line is, I think, what a great artist needs to do. You're not going
There's
to
no
get
need for
anywhere going, well, it's all right, I tried, I hope you
no,
like it.
there's no need for false modesty here.
Yeah,
It's all killer no fun, mate.
exactly. And it's, like I said, there's something that I was always, way too negative. Looking back now, it's like, could I have been a big part of my own downfall? For all that, like, I still genuinely think people who shall remain nameless could fuck right off. Um, but I maybe with a different attitude, maybe with a closer attitude to what I have now. Like, I'm good at this. I mean, it's nothing. It's nothing like creating art and music like what you guys do. It's talking bollocks, but I'm very good at it for what it's worth. So yeah, I don't care anymore. I'm very good at it. So good at it, in fact, that I'm looking to take it on the road. I'm looking to make it. I'm going to get up on stage and do this similar kind of thing and branching out into different things, which is very exciting and fucking terrifying. But I'm
That is
doing
very
it.
exciting.
You're this
I'm
generation.
doing it.
It's Michael Parkinson, lad.
Yeah, well, I mean, there was a time I used to make a real big effort to review. I used to like review and promote everybody else's shit. Well, not everybody's. Bands that I liked, bands that we played with and that I liked, or bands that I discovered and that I liked. Only ever stuff that I like. If you've been on here, I like you. You're not on here for fucking chasing likes and shares or whatever. You're on here because I like your art. But so I used to do that, and I used to be all I wanted to do, I wanted to be John Peel or some shit, right? And everybody was always like, "Oh, that's great," and it was always like sharing my promotion, my sort of at least semi-review or whatever to big up their shit, but could never seem to return the favor. Like I traveled. I mean, I put some fucking miles in. I went to see people's bands. Like, horizons a little bit from your local area. It was nothing to me to jump on trains go to Nottingham, because it isn't. It's just 40 miles up the road. It's no big deal. Well, like 40 minutes up the road. It's no big deal. Going to Nottingham, Birmingham, Leeds, we're not a million miles away, Manchester. To say they're like, oh my God, oh Johnny, oh you came. Yeah, well, I said I would come in. So like, here I am. It's that simple. I said I would, I am. And then I'd do little reviews. They'd be great. Can't get those fuckers to come to Sheffield, Rotherham, or Barnsley and see me. It's like you said, it's a past life when I was doing that, and things have only got worse and harder to get people out to come and see you. But
That's what I like about. I don't know if it's the same for you, Ryan, but playing your songs with a band or with other people, and it's something that you've written or you've participated in writing, and then so Cal's commented, so that's my keys player that's commented there, who is an absolutely outstanding keys player, and like all my band members are all really great, like really awesome musicians. So my drummer, my bassist, my guitarist, my keys player are all like absolutely phenomenal at what they do. And then I'll be stood there and I'll have showed them a song, and it's just one that I've twinkled away on a guitar for however long. And then all of a sudden it all comes together because they've committed their time to coming out and practicing, and then coming to gigs where at the minute, with band gigs, it's not as easy to get paid band gigs with original music. So you're out there peddling songs and practicing for the fun of it, really, and the enjoyment of it. And then they're putting all that work in. And then I'm stood in the middle of a room singing a song while all this music's sort of just like humming around me. And I get this massive ADHD, like sort of sort of moment where I'm ready to explode because I can't believe that that's all been put together by other people and I'm a part of it. Do you know what I mean? It's so probably a bit of a side quest from what you were saying, but like the commitment that people are showing from the other side of it. So people that will come and play the music together with each other, and then the people will go and see each other's gigs. So quite often musicians go and see each other's gigs, but there's a lot of people there that aren't musicians or that don't do any kind of art at all. They just go out for the love of it. But I really like how much people put the time into getting your music out there and stuff. It's really lovely. Very lovely. I like it. And the other keys player's awesome, Carl. Shout out to my band.
yeah,
Dorso.
yeah, I got burned big time, which is also why I just think I just fucking love seeing the success of like your two respective projects, and just both as people and as artists. It's all just beautiful stuff. You know what's not so beautiful? Stupid fucking this or that questions that I'd like abuse you with, and I have before, but I've got some slightly different ones, and it's good for killing time. So I don't think I asked before. You can just take it in turns. Sweet or savoury?
Savoury.
Is that personality or food?
Bit of both. Someone offered me. I got offered a Tunnocks tea cake today at work. I was like, mate, if you'd fetch me a quiche, then we'd be having a different conversation. Take your Tunnocks and fuck off.
If Tunnocks and quiche is the choice, then savoury. But sweet, if not, I think. I like both. I like sweet and savoury together.
Yeah, we all like both.
It's your classic choice, isn't it? Starter and main, or main and dessert?
Yeah.
Starter and main. Prawn cocktail, if you'd ask him.
Morning or night people?
I don't know. I'm not really even a day person. I don't know. Depends what day it is.
Yeah, my answer's shit as well. I get up early and stay up late.
I quite like a Friday and a Saturday when everyone else has gone to bed and I can sit up and watch some Korean stuff on Netflix.
Yeah. Okay. Would you rather have pizza that never goes cold or ice cream that doesn't melt?
Pizza that never goes cold.
Yeah, probably pizza that never goes cold. Does it go off though? Because I mean, if it never goes cold, I mean, there's got to be to that. Where's this pizza from? Or are we talking how?
And yeah, and does it say lukewarm so that it's not actually quite cold?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like disturbingly lukewarm. Yeah.
Pizza purgatory is my new brand name.
I'm going to
Pizza
have to be more
purgatory.
specific with these questions, Anna. Okay, bath or shower?
Bath.
Shower.
All right then. Now, would you rather be a genius in a world of fools or a fool in a world of geniuses?
You're speaking to two of the former, I think.
I think I'd rather be a fucking fool in a world of geniuses today. You're asking a wrong day. To be honest, probably a genius in a world of fools.
So, nobody's watching because nobody ever does. So, just between us, if you were going to start a rumor about yourself, what would it be?
Once shat myself in Aldi. Do you know, I were at Aldi today. There were a man fighting himself. He was fighting thin air outside earlier on. But yeah, no, once shat himself in Aldi. Why not? I'd own it. I did.
Yeah. That'd be great.
Why not?
Why not?
I don't know. It'd have to be a good one. I'd probably like just pretend I was the daughter of Christ or something.
Yeah, I invented the semicolon.
Yeah, I do love a semicolon.
Okay. Would you tell me? I don't know if you're. It's up to you if you want to take this on a personal or a professional note. But was one of your biggest failures, but what did you learn from it?
I've got far too many personal ones.
Yeah.
Jesus. Professional. What, musically professional?
Yeah, well, whatever.
Probably that time I trusted a chick who worked in a call centre to sort of, I guess, help to bring on my career within said call centre, and then I think naivety in that she were an absolute cunt. No, it's not you, Katrina.
I didn't
You know, you know what it is. I think the biggest mistake was wandering into a call centre thinking there were career prospects, and then being very naively, I mean, I will be on worst enemy as well. I were a fucking mess.
Everyone's depressed in there, some of those places. Mine, I would say, in general, that sort of I would say the naivety, but I think my biggest failure was sort of wasting time not doing anything for a lot of years of my life. I feel like I waste not doing anything. I'm very active. I've always been a very busy person, but I've never considered until recent years that I could do things that I wanted to do as well, and now I do those things, and it's wonderful. So, yeah. I wasted time being boring. I didn't have much to say, so I had to fix that, I think.
But it's I think you kind of thing is it's like what if we were doing what we were doing now 10 years ago, would it be different? Would it be, I don't know. Yeah, I kind of think about that kind of stuff, and it's like, oh yeah, I'm finally in a band. I'm finally doing this. I've been to watch loads of bands, like hundreds and hundreds of bands in my lifetime, and it's like that's fucking. I would love to do that. Would I be shit 10 years ago?
Yeah, I think we'd have different stuff to write about, but I've we've both always written. Like, we've never not written.
That's how we bonded, weren't it?
I read Ryan's book. I came back home to work from maternity leave, read and proofread one of Ryan's books and sent him my feedback. And that was it. I got first drafts of a lot of Ryan's books that you should probably check out if you've not already done so. Everyone, they're all on this on Kindle. Yeah, I mean, I've got them on my bookshelf. It's dark in there though, and Jonathan's watching something, so I'll not go and disturb. But yeah, they're good to have on your bookshelf as well. Ryan Bracker books.
BRACHA, find me on Amazon.
Yeah, sorry, Abracadabra books. I always liked that. It was very good. But I can't remember what I interrupted you saying to say that.
Oh, I think we just
yeah, the writing we've both written, haven't we, for all of our lives? And I've always loved singing. And like, you know, sat in my bedroom window singing "Someday I'll Fly Away" really dramatically as a dramatic teenager, and every drunk karaoke I could possibly get myself to if I went out. That was what I wanted to do, but I didn't really bother trying to sing until after I lost my voice, and then it was like, yeah, I want to do this now that my voice is 10 times weaker than it was before I got pneumonia. But yeah, and then as soon as I started playing, I wanted to write my own stuff, and a lot of stuff that I write echoes stuff that I used to write poetry about. So I think we would have done similar and probably still grown into it, to be honest. Just like looking at what we do, if we just started doing it, I'd just be better at guitar, is what I think, because I'd have spent longer on it.
Yeah, well, I think it's the shall I say the universe. The universe has its plans for us somewhat. It puts us through this shit to get you to where you are now. I think you were supposed to do it now. Well, you know, what would it have been like if we were younger, sexier, cooler, funner, whatever? What if we just started earlier, before, like, you know, live music was on its knees and we actually had places we could gig and shit? Like, you're supposed to be doing it now. That's why you are.
I'd probably be
And that's
dead.
why it's as good as it is, because of all the shit that got you here. It, you know, I don't know. I don't really have much of a belief system. But as I get older, maybe a little bit closer to death every day, because I'm such a ray of sunshine.
Well, sorry to
You
interrupt.
just think a little bit more about these things, and when you have, you know, psychics and people on your show, when they talk about things in perspectives that you never thought about, that kind of a thing. But that's why I do this. Yeah. So yeah, I think it had to be now.
Right, I'm just on that note. I'm 45. I'm busting for a piss. I'll be back in a minute.
Live TV, kids. So you don't get this on Graham Norton, do you? Yeah.
I should be like, I'm going for one too.
I'm sure he won't be long. In the meantime, I'll ask him when he gets back, but I'll ask you while you're here. Do you rather fart glitter or burp confetti?
Oh, fart glitter, I think. Yeah. Burping confetti sounds really inconvenient.
No, you're the first farter that I've asked.
Definitely would like to fart glitter.
Everyone else is like, but if I leave a trail of glitter behind, they'll know it was me. So
it's glitter though, and you're leaving a trail of it behind.
Pride.
Yeah.
So if it's all rainbow-coloured sparkly glitter, there's in more ways than one.
I'd congratulate people if I farted near them, if I farted glitter.
Yeah, it'd be like those big, like, sort of Black Friday American, like, 1,000th customer kind of woo celebrations. Or
can you, if you walk past
telling the wrong restaurant it's your birthday, you know, that kind of shit. There should be like dancing girls or dancing bears, even better.
I feel like there should be like caveats though involved. So like, does farting glitter mean you've got to have to pass glitter? Because that sounds painful. I don't really want that. You just want it to turn into glitter when it goes into the air.
It could make bath time fun, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So, that's for sure. Right. But time killers. I don't know if I listened before. I don't know. I have no idea. Oh, what about? Because someone inevitably will start doing Katrina Tia Charles covers.
Yeah. Hey, woo.
If you want to just go nuts, like, celebrities, big, I don't know, living or dead, who would you like to do a Katrina Tia Charles cover?
No. Amy Winehouse, Ella Fitzgerald, Nina Simone,
Wow.
Jimi Hendrix, and Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Why
I'd be
not?
happy with that.
That's a supergroup
Top of my
charity
head.
single right there. The world peace supergroup charity single. If we could only do it.
I'd like to hear those different styles doing my songs, I think.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah, because
Right,
that's what I
now
always
you've
think.
got 2 questions to catch up on now.
Yeah, you missed out. Would you rather fart glitter or burp confetti?
Fart glitter or burp confetti?
Yep, only the most insightful, hard-hitting questions on this show. Yeah.
Well, there's nothing not funny about feces and fecal situations. So let's fart some glitter. Does it stink?
It's a twofer and it's a two-farter.
Nobody else has chosen fart glitter, but we both chose fart glitter.
They're all far too prudish to fart glitter in public.
Why would you not want to in the first place? Like, I'd do it anyway, even if it wasn't one of the 2 choices. I'd be like, someone went, "Do you want a fart glitter?" I'd be like, "Yeah."
I feel like I'm going to buy a bag of glitter just to fart on the bag of glitter.
See, I know I'm with the
I don't
right
think
people.
I'll do the same thing.
I reckon if you get it close enough, it might.
Ryan's got a bag of glitter on his side. You walk round for a coffee and he just points it and goes, "I'm farting on that."
Yeah, no, I've had fart glitter.
Is it possible? Can you fill a whoopee cushion full of glitter? And then, could that be a thing?
I think the sphincter might be a bit tight.
Also, we're just wondering, because it will inevitably happen as you get bigger and bigger and more successful as Misery Prize, that people will want to do Misery Prize cover versions. So, artists living or dead, fuck it, because I love the pure fantasy of these things. Who would you like to see do a Misery Prize cover?
Let's see Prince do Switzerland. I'll have. Well, we've covered Timberlake, so I'd like to see maybe Timberlake have a crack. And I don't know. Maybe Tom Waits having a go at Kenneth Underground.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see that. See, they all work in my head. They just sound like, yep.
This is a ballad of Kenneth Underground. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, what about?
Oh, yeah. When Ryan was about to start talking, I got like an urge to interrupt and go, "Oh yeah, can I add Misery Prize?" Oh yeah. I think we're going to collaborate anyway as well at some point. So.
Yeah, I think you were threatening to do a cover of "You Chose to Be a Cunt" at one point, weren't you?
Yeah, it's in my pile. I did 3 covers of local bands, and then I was like, "Oh, I'm going to do covers like of my friends," and then I like asked a couple of people for information, and then that was it. That was about sort of months ago. I'd done 3. I got the information, and then I was like, right, okay, and started writing. Every time I started to try and learn a cover, I ended up just sort of jammed. So I do want to cover "You Chose to Be a Cunt." It's a great song, but there's a lot to choose from now as well. So
yeah, well, it's getting. I think the first album were a lot more melodic, a lot more of Andy having that's the way we kind of did it. Was I'd compose a tune, send some lyrics over, and then he'd work his magic, because it's just. Yeah, I have no idea how he does what he does. As a producer, he's a genius. But that were the thing with the way we worked was he worked as fast with music and with producing stuff as I do with the written word. It were a case he'd send me an instrumental over on at 4 o'clock, and by 7 o'clock we'd got a song. And yeah, so I'm very, very fortunate to have met him. I can't remember where I'm going with the conversation with this now. So it's a lot more melodic, but the second album is more like we are live. Katrina, you can sort of attest to the fact that it's a lot more aggressive live than the album is anywhere near. But we've this time, because since we've had Jesse on as well, essentially what happened was when we were doing it as own stuff, just me and Andy back and forth and riffing between each other remotely. I would recording everything in my daughter's bedroom in attic. So I've got neighbours either side, and I'm having to so it were a lot more chill and a lot more spoken word. But then when we got Jesse on board and he's smashing his drums away, I'm raising myself up to get over him and to essentially to be heard over the drums and over the bass. And it kind of evolved into this very, very aggressive, bulging eyes, screaming straight into your face kind of thing. And it worked. So the second album is a lot more like when you see Misery Prize live, that is how the second album is kind of built. So there's a lot more ranting, a lot more swearing. Well, I mean, there's a lot of swearing. There's swearing and everything, but yeah. So yeah, I forgot what question was now, but yeah,
it doesn't matter. We're talking about Misery Prize. We're here to talk about Misery Prize and Katrina Tia Charles, and we're indeed doing that. So that's all that matters. So I'm going to ask you now, if you don't want to share, that's fine. But do you have any sort of pre-gig backstage rituals or anything with the band? Do you all group hugs or high fives or any kind of affirmations or anything that you do before hitting the stage? No.
Circle.
We we don't do that. We tend to just sort of like mooch around awkwardly, like gene each other up, and then we get up and we're very kind to each other before we get on stage. Except, yeah, when we're dressed as different things. Bill went as a banana once, and Voldy went as ketchup, and I think we had a barbarian and a prisoner, and then I was a witch. So we do things like that. We did it once, but it worked. But no ritual. I haven't got a ritual. Have you got a ritual? No.
I just show up. Show up, sound check, watch everybody else who's on. That's got to be the ritual. If wherever we are on the thing, I think the ritual is you make sure you go and you watch whoever else is on. We played a gig in Leeds, and the band who were on last, they sat in the green room all night, and then were surprised when there were nobody there to watch them, because it were it were a ticketed event. There were maybe 15 people there, something like that, and then the bands, and yeah, they sat and they didn't move from the green room all night, whereas the rest of the bands stood. They were supported one another. They were there watching and making sure that there was somebody in the crowd. When various people went off to get drinks, there were always somebody, but they didn't leave, and it was just like, you know what? Nah, mate, there's an etiquette, and that's the ritual, is that wherever you are on the bill.
Definitely.
I've
been there, done that, got the t-shirt, the hat, the trainers, the dodgy green finger jewelry, the poster, and everything. I very, very distinctly remember a time in Sheffield. I'll name the place. I won't name any of the bands because I do fucking remember their names. But so it's a 3-band bill. We're on in the middle, and when you get there and you sound check, and they're not even very communicative, chatty. You just want to introduce yourself, say hi, you're all, and not really all that. They kind of these two other bands know each other, and they chat, and they kind of plonk themselves in a corner, don't really want to interact with us. You sound check. People start filling up, the place starts filling up, and you're like, there's a decent crowd at least. There's a few of yours, but it's mainly other people. But you're like, okay, good crowd. You kind of go to the toilet, come back, and it's dead. Everybody's gone. The bands have got both bands, and both bands, I don't know, busload of fans each, all gone to a different pub across the road.
I've seen it happen.
Waiting till they got a nudge, a text message or something that they wanted the first band on. They all came back, watched the first band for like 30 minutes, and then all fucked off again. Then we play, to me mum, and then we lead balloon, good evening, and we do our thing anyway. Like you do, it's a paid rehearsal. You try your best, let's just nail the songs for his own sake, just prove that we can to ourselves. That's the best this night's going to be. And then they all flooded back in. And it was just like, yeah, usually I would stay, but I really feel like just going home today. I'm really not bothered about watching these fuckers. Watch the first lot, because it's the first lot. Like, I can't go home, I've got to play in a bit. But after we'd done our bit, I really wasn't that bothered about sticking around. We did, because I always did. But it was through gritted ears, if that's even possible, that we listened to that final act. It can be soul destroying, that shit.
I know there's been a couple of times where there's been somewhere where that is quite common, so I'd just be like, I'll open, like, so straight after work, do a quick gig,
Yeah.
and I can go out. Like, I've definitely done that. If people have been known to not sort of be there anyway for the first set, play tip bartenders and go home.
Yeah, I mean, we played the venue before. The venue definitely wasn't to blame. There were like regulars and locals at times, and we had good times in the same venue, but this one time, not so much.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to play to sort of, if you've got, I've seen it where there's a couple of people have had the same as well, where I've been to their gigs, or when I've done it maybe on a Sunday somewhere and it's quiet, and for the first half of your first set it's just dead, you're not actually singing to anybody, and a lot of the time you're like, should I like not sing? But you are there to do that for that time, but it feels strange sometimes. But definitely, it depends on the venue, doesn't it? I've played to really like empty places and then surprisingly full places, and it's always been swings and roundabouts. There's been pubs where I've expected loads of people I know to show up, and they've all had something on that weekend. What Levelers have been playing round corner or something, and then there's been other weekends where I've been like, oh, I forgot to tell anyone about this, and then I walk in and everyone's there. Woo, hey Katrina! And I'm like, oh, amazing! I'm on top of the world right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, swings around.
I don't think we're going to struggle on Friday. I think it's I think it promises to be a good one. And also, you might fetch most of them for people that may have not come to your wedding celebration, who might all show up.
Oh, I don't know. Solo me is not as good as band me. But yeah, I reckon a lot of people will be. It's going to be a mixed bag of music, isn't it? Really,
it is. It is. Well, you're a national treasure. They're going to come for you anyway. But yeah, I've heard the is it the Bazuras? I've heard their one tune that's on Spotify. They're a young raucous kind of band. So yeah, so I think it's going to be. Have you been into Vault 27, Katrina?
I've been saving it for going in. So
it looks nice.
It's great on the pictures, and Jack said the sound's great. So
superb. But yeah, no, we've got a few folk that are committed to come in, and yeah, obviously we'll be there for you. But yeah, no, I'm quite excited about it. It looks a very good very good venue.
This is we'll do this. We'll get the plug in properly. This is Friday, March the 7th, Vault 27, Barnsley, Church Street or Church Road,
Church
I believe.
Street, old Barclays building across from Church Street College.
Across from Town Hall.
Across from Town Hall. Up,
there you go.
Up alleyway from Old Student Union or Citrus Rooms or Picture House or...
No excuse. No excuse.
So,
no excuses not to be there. Then what else happens on a Friday night? All right, I mean, I'll be there. Come and see me. Come and see me in person.
You're definitely
in 3D.
Coming, are you? You're definitely coming.
Just how small I really am.
Shall
I can actually.
I'll bring you some butterfly wings.
I do fit inside this phone, but I'm coming out of it to go to this gig.
Yeah,
probably not
bring
even
some
notice.
butterflies.
I'll get stomped on. I'll be trodden into the carpet. You might find the cleaning woman will find me in the morning.
What, yeah, like
That'll be
5
about
foot
it.
2 or something.
Standard.
Yeah, but it's going to be fantastic. I'm looking forward to it. Right, I am going to let you go. I could do this all night. Slightly shorter content. Slightly. And I think that does, the guests seem to appreciate that most of the time anyway. So, if you've been watching, you already know. But I have a way, I don't end these shows anymore, because that's just a rambling, drawn-out process of, like, you hang up, no, you hang up. And that's just not good. So now...
Johnny. Would you rather have 4 arms or 4 legs?
4 legs.
4 legs, so legs for arms. So that's the question. So would you rather have arms for legs or legs for arms with the others? So you've got 2 legs, or arms. 2 arms.
Arms.
Arms then. Yeah.
Arms.
You just want to be a torso with 4 reachy limbs. Is that where we're at?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, your arm. Yeah, it's not just arms with minus the hands. You maniac.
If I got the hands and as many opposable thumbs as I can get, really.
You'll get 4.
Well, it's a no-brainer then.
You'll get 4.
It's just 4, Johnny.
Don't come at me with your diva-like demands for additional opposable thumbs. You got 4 arms, you'll get 4 thumbs.
Just for these thumbs.
I have appendages that could cope with a few more thumbs. Possible.
Well, fair news. Sorry, go on. I interrupted. I just thought I'd provide you with your own
thought. So if you'll indulge me, I don't know if you want to try and do this in harmony, in stereo, if you want to do it one at a time. But the thing we do now is we have a catchphrase. Why am I saying we? I have a catchphrase. There's nobody here. There's Storm, but she doesn't count. I have a catchphrase. So we're going to leave this. If you could just give me the line. Now, so right down that camera, like the true thespians you really are. Because they do say all rock stars want to be actors. And all actors really want to be rock stars. That is a saying. I don't know who said it, but it's a saying.
Probably that.
So if you want to do it, you can do it like sing it, do it comedically, shout it, do it erotically. I don't care what you do, just do it. Your line is, till next time, keep it foxy.
Okay, are you ready? Should we count ourselves in?
What are we doing? Are we harmonising this guy, or are we? Is that what we're doing?
I think so.
Okay, so are we going till next time? Beat, keep it foxy, or are we going? Are you singing it? Are you saying it? Are you?
We'll go. We'll go till next time. Keep it foxy.
So, like, till next time. Keep it foxy.
Exactly like that. I think that finished it. Okay.
3, 2,
Till next time.
3, 2, 1. Till next time. Keep it
Keep it
foxy.
Yes.